Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
Tasmanians are being urged to weigh up the most appropriate place to receive the right healthcare at the right time. Patients are encouraged to seek alternative settings in a bid to ease pressure on buckling emergency departments.
After a recent trip to the Launceston General Hospital ended with a 12-hour wait, Jackie Hannaford knew where to go after a run-in with a pair of secateurs.
That's why I come here, but it's only a small thing, but I couldn't do much about patching my finger up.
She's among more than 1,000 patients who have turned to the Medicare Urgent Care Clinic in Launceston since it opened its doors last month, a centre already nearing capacity.
Just kept up. We find that we're seeing a lot of people, but they're only needing to go to hospital when they need to get admitted.
It provides an alternative option and treatments tailored to non-urgent situations.
If you've chopped your leg off, go to emergency. If you've chopped your leg, come to urgent care. And if you've got a sore leg, go to your GP.
Hoping to divert people away from emergency departments cracking under pressure.
4 out of 10 Tasmanians, when they present at the emergency department, are not urgent.
The state government pleading with unwell Tasmanians to think about the extent of their emergency.
Get the right care in the right place at the right time.
But critics worry it's too little, too late, saying the health system is already at crisis point.
We have too many stories of Tasmanians sitting in emergency departments waiting for hours before they receive the care they deserve. It's almost third world at times.
We're committed to doing what we can to build better health systems and health services in Tasmania.
Hoping for more than a band-aid solution. Victoria Easto, 7 Tasmania News.
Meanwhile, visitors are still barred from entering 2 wards at the Launceston General Hospital. The LGH is grappling with a suspected gastro outbreak, with 5 patients currently positive. As of this morning, a further 10 patients were also showing symptoms of the highly contagious illness. Tasmanians appear to have turned away from North Melbourne, with yesterday's match at Blunston Arena drawing one of AFL's lowest crowds in 25 years. Despite those numbers, the government is pushing its plans for Macquarie Point, angering anti-stadium protesters.
Making their views loud and clear.
Come on, Rocky, where are you, mate? Let's go, Launceston. Back to where the heart of AFL is.
And it is the twisted priorities of this government that we are here to stand against today.
Launceston residents having their say on the Macquarie Point Stadium plan. One Tasmanian senator pitching York Park as the AFL team's main base.
Last time I checked, that's 2 hours for each of us all to come down to watch footy. Why wouldn't we do that?
The state government not for turning.
We do need to grow our economy so that we can reinvest in health, education and housing.
They'll be hoping for bigger crowds at Mac Point than the one at Blunston yesterday. Just 4,416 turning up for the Roos Suns clash, one of the lowest on record since 1997, excluding pandemic-affected seasons. The issue long-term. North's average crowd is down by 10,000 since peaking in 2016. Hawthorn having similar issues at Utah Stadium, down by a third. The government, which tips millions into both clubs, defending the partnerships.
We're very thankful for the support of North Melbourne and Hawthorn. They've seen the benefits, we've seen the benefits. Tasmanians love their football.
Footy fans say the novelty is wearing off, with more marquee fixtures needed.
No one wants to go and watch North Melbourne. No one wants to go and watch Gold Coast. No one wants to go and watch GWS.
Our own AFL ambitions also a factor.
The Tasmanians can't wait for it, and I'd have to say I include myself in that too.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
A 38-year-old man has died following a crash at Smithton overnight. It's thought he was travelling west when his Ford Territory left the road before coming to rest in water. He was found at around 9:30 this morning. Police are asking anyone with dashcam footage relevant to the incident to come forward. In the midst of our quickly growing economy, Tasmania is suffering widespread workforce issues. Labor says government-funded scholarships are the key to getting more people into education and careers.
Growing up on Flinders Island, Sophia Smith says agricultural science is the perfect study option for her.
I love nature, and Tasmania is the hub and the best place to be if you love the outdoors, and I want to make change.
She's lucky enough to receive a scholarship helping her financially. Not having it would have heavily impacted her studies.
It would have made it extremely difficult, so I would have definitely had to go part-time. Accommodation is extremely expensive, and if you don't have a job and you're relying on your family, that's really tough.
Labor wants to see more Tasmanians go to UTAS. The party is pledging to fund 500 scholarships worth $5,000 a year to help people afford it.
Mainly from remote and regional areas. Hopefully they go back to those areas to work in critical services that Tasmanians need.
Every year, around 1,000 people turn down a place at UTAS because they can't afford to support their study. Labor says a program like this could see that number drop. The government has a scholarship program for allied health professionals entering the workforce.
Some $25,000 to attract those allied health service providers, OTs, physiotherapists, speech pathologists and the like.
Breaking down barriers to study, a critical step in solving the workforce shortage. Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
And they say Aussie rules is a young person's game, but for dozens of over 35s, they're still playing like it's 1999. Hobart's AFL Masters competition hosted its grand final day today, with some players also preparing to represent Tasmania later this year.
Their youth might be a distant memory, but the thrill of the competition remains the same for AFL Masters players. The modified footy program helping players aged over 35 stay in the game.
Simple fact is you can't sling people, you can't put your knees up, so the players are protected.
They love their footy, there's still some great skill on show, they're just a little bit slower than they once were.
A season of hard work coming down to the last day of the season. Players put their body on the line for premiership glory this afternoon, also having fun along the way.
Once you get to our age, it's more than just about the football as well. It's about having fun and enjoying the time with your mates.
The smell of deep heat was in the air as the medical table and water bottles were kept busy.
Oh, I definitely reckon there's going to be some sore bodies. I think I'm sore just watching them.
For many, this is a warm-up for the National Masters Carnival in October. Tasmania sending 8 teams to Queensland to compete.
This will be my first carnival, and I'm really excited to go and represent the state.
Others are old hands. For Don, this will be his 31st time representing Tasmania.
The body's still all right, and we've got a good group of guys that we go away with.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Northern companies are building a reputation for themselves, taking out several top honours at last night's Master Builders Tasmania Awards in Hobart. They claimed the Young Builder, Residential Builder and Commercial Builder categories at the industry's Night of Nights. The annual event honours the achievements and celebrates innovation within the sector. This year's winners will go on to represent Tasmania on the national stage in November. Tasmanians are being urged to dig deep and show support for our veterans' families this Legacy Week. Celebrations will be held right across the state as the organisation marks a century of caring for loved ones of deceased or injured veterans.
100 years of legacy, and Legacy Launceston, Legacy Hobart has support more than 1,500 Tasmanians.
Volunteers will be out selling badges for the cause at multiple locations statewide. Tasmanian sprint car drivers have taken top honours at Darwin's Charity of Thunder Series. Aussie champion and Launceston local Jock Goodyer led from start to finish in a dominant display, securing the final feature race and with that, the 2023 Chariot's crown.
Happy to get this team 3 straight, which is really good momentum to roll on to the South season that we've got coming up. I wish I could celebrate, but I've got a flight to get on in a couple of hours. But yeah, no, it was good to get done.
Fellow Tasmanian Tate Frost also secured a podium finish in last night's main event.
We had a little bit of ups and downs throughout the 2 weeks, but it's nice to get a good result for the guys to sort of finish it off.
Hobart's Jack Crossan finished 18th, while earlier in the night Launceston's Adam Garwood had a spectacular crash. A Tasmanian Sydney to Hobart winning yacht has sprung to life at a prestigious Interstate Regatta. Alive outsailed big names Wild Oats and Andu Comanche across the Hamilton Island Race Week in Queensland. Skipper Duncan Hine led his crew to first place in 7 consecutive races across the competition, securing the overall win before the final event even took place. In the NPL, Clarence has won its second match in a row after defeating Launceston City last night. Zebra's import Riley Wishart starred for the winners, scoring 1 and setting up 2 more in the 3-0 victory. Meanwhile, a goal in the 97th minute gave Launceston United its first point of the season. The NPL newcomers drawing 1-1 with local rivals Riverside Olympic. The East Launceston Lions have claimed the under-17 girls NTJFA title, defeating crosstown rivals Launceston. The premiership match just one game, headlining a day of passionate grand final action at UTAS Stadium. Scottsdale pulled away to win a hotly contested under-16 Division 2 flag over Longford.
The fact that they can play at UTAS is every kid's dream, and they just relish it. All the program, the kids are saying, I just love playing at UTAS.
South Launceston also having a cracking day. The under-16 Div 1 boys and other 14 girls clinching premiership titles.
Today, Hobart 13 degrees, 16 in Launceston, Devonport 14, slightly cooler in Burnie with 13 degrees. 15 the common temperature on Flinders Island at Smithton, Friendly Beaches, Grove and Bushy Park, King Island, Low Head and St Helens 14 degrees, 13 for Strawn and Maria Island, Lyweenie 8 today after an overnight low of -7. Chilly indeed. Today we saw patchy cloud over northern Tasmania and mostly clear skies further south with some visible fog, particularly in the valleys early this morning. Areas of cloud are seen over southeastern Australia and along the Queensland coast. There is a cloud band extending over southwestern WA, otherwise the remainder of the country is mostly cloud-free. Tomorrow a high pressure system lies over the Tasman Sea and another weaker high centred over South Australia. An area of low pressure moves across the Bight. East to northeasterly winds 10 to 20 knots, tending northeast to northwesterly during the afternoon and evening. Southwesterly swells in the west and south building up to 2.5 metres. A frost warning continues for the Midlands, Upper Derwent Valley and southeast forecast districts. With that comes a road weather alert for the Central Plateau, Midlands, East Coast, Upper Derwent Valley and southeast districts. Icy roads may make driving conditions dangerous during Monday morning. Please stay safe on our roads. Hobart warming up to 17 and partly cloudy tomorrow. Mostly sunny in Dover with 16 and a morning frost and 18 for Ooze. Launceston cloudy and 17, a shower or 2 in Devonport with 15. Cloudy also for Scottsdale, 14's the top there. Burnie a shower or 2, 14 degrees, increasing showers in Strawn with 17. Stanley a shower or 2 with a top of 15. St Helens showery with 15, 16 and partly cloudy in Swansea, 16 and frosty conditions in Ross. The forecast for Tuesday, showers about the north and west with possible showers elsewhere. Wednesday, showers more frequent about the west, far south and northeast, easing in the evening with possible hail and in the southwest and snow falling to 900 metres. Thursday, showers more frequent about the west, contracting to the west and far south during the evening. Taking a look now to the mainland tomorrow, Melbourne partly cloudy with 18, also cloudy in Sydney and Adelaide, 24 and developing showers in Brisbane. And it's currently clear in Hobart with 8 degrees, mostly cloudy, 11 in Launceston and also 11 in Devonport. That's all from me this evening, Louise.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that, Kaya. And that's all your news for now. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a lovely and safe evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.